So this is part 2 of the instruction for workbook 9.3, and I'm really changing the directions for your worksheet for the bottom part. So on the top part, you're going to use that array model and the base 10 blocks for problems 1 through 8. It's all there for you, and I don't think it's any I think you'll be able to figure that out based on part 1 of this. But part 2, I'd like you to use the distributive model instead of grid paper or base 10 blocks, which I doubt that you have at home. Although if you have grid paper and you want to use it, that's okay. But I think that this is going to be a more efficient way, a quicker way to solve these problems. So numbers 9 through 16, I would like for you to work out the problem on the back of your worksheet and write the answer on the little line on the front of your worksheet. And I'm going to show you how to do this. This is a review. We've done distributive property before. So if you have a problem like 2 times 21, we are going to distribute or break apart 21 into 20 plus 1. Then we're going to multiply each one of these parts by 2 because multiplication has a distributive property. So we're going to multiply 2 times 20 and get 40, and 2 times 1 and get 2. And then we're going to add these two parts together to get a total of 42. So this would be the part that you would write on the back of your worksheet. Then you would take your final answer and write it on the front of your worksheet. If you had a problem like 3 times 17, you're going to split apart this number into 10 plus 7. 10 plus 7 equals 17. And you're going to take each one of these parts and multiply it by 3. So 3 times 10 equals 30, and 3 times 7 equals 21, and then you add them together to get 51 as your final answer. This problem right here, you're going to split apart the 23 for 20 plus 3, and you're going to multiply each part of it by 6 because you can do this part pretty much in your head. So 6 times 2 is 12, and add 1 0 for 120, and 6 times 3 is 18, and then you add them up and you get a total of 138. I've put over here an incorrect way of doing this to remind you to be sure to line up your numbers correctly. So if you had inadvertently written 120 like this and 18 like this, so you didn't line up the ones with the ones, you lined up here the ones with the tens. When you added them up, you would get 300. So keeping your paper neat not only helps your teacher when she's looking at it, but more importantly, helps you keep things in order so that you end up getting the right answer by not making just sort of careless mistakes. So this is the distributive property. One thing that I want to point out is it's coincidental that the 1-digit number is in the front and the 2-digit number is in the back. If this were reversed and it said 17 times 3, the 17 is still the number that you would split apart. It's the 2-digit number that you are going to distribute or split apart, whether it's in this position or in that position. Your worksheet doesn't have it reversed, but I just want to point that out because I know in class sometimes that is something that can confuse you, and in the future we will have problems where these numbers might be reversed. So I hope that helps you. This will help you to complete problems 9 through 16 on workbook 9.3.